So, I'm working on making a fully functional conlang, but before I get into that, what is a conlang? Conlang, short for constructed language, is just that, a language that was constructed, not naturally evolved. A language like English, for example, as far as we know, evolved from Proto-Germanic, which in turn evolved from Proto-Indo-European. Anyway, famous examples of conlangs include Tolkien's Elvish languages, Klingon, and High Valyrian from Game of Thrones. Broadly speaking, there are typically three types of conlangs: artlangs, edgelangs, and auxlangs. Artlangs are languages that were made for artistic purposes. For example, Klingon was made as part of Star Trek, a broader artistic project. There are edgelangs, engineered languages, which are typically made for linguistic experiments. And finally, there are auxlangs, auxiliary languages, which are made as politically neutral languages for cross-cultural politics, debate, or any other sort of communication. The most famous example of an auxlang is Esperanto, which was basically made by a guy who thought, we need a universal language that's a lot easier to learn than English. There are other types of conlangs, but most conlangs are some combination of artlang, edgelang, or auxlang. Anyways, back to my language. Any language is dependent on its speakers. So if you're trying to build a conlang, you need to decide who's going to speak it. And I thought it'd be really cool to make a conlang for fairies. Hear me out. Because in most folklore, the fae can only speak the truth. But also in most folklore, they're tricksters. So I thought that would be a really cool concept linguistically to design a language for tricksters, spoken by tricksters, and spoken to tricksters. But once you can only speak the truth. I've already been working on this for a couple of months now, and I already have a broad syntactical system and a bunch of new cases and tenses and all that sort of stuff that I want to try out with this. I'm going to be posting my progress and my process here on this channel, along with what you could do or what you really shouldn't do when creating a conlang. So yeah, you can follow along if you're interested.